Hey, on this episode of Dirt Road Traveler, we're spending 6 days in the Amazon in Brazil. And we are slowly heading into the Amazon. We're about half a degree north of the equator still, and of course there's a Neptune event that's scheduled to take place in about an hour and a half or so from now as we cross the equator and by water, which for Team Dirt Road Traveler will be our first time ever doing that. So have a sadly gray look at our first glimpses of the Amazon forest. Okay, so as we get closer to the equator, we're now about 16 kilometers away from the equator. King Neptune has arrived.
A little bit.
So this is Santarem here on the Amazon. It's our first port of call of our 6 days of visiting in the Amazon. The population here is just over 300,000 people. And today we're going upriver and then going, yes, piranha fishing. So let's hope that today's adventure is as much fun as we expect and hope it to be. So this is our tender operations alongside the ship. You see they've put sort of a temporary dock directly beside the ship, and now we're heading down for our tour.
So if you are bleeding, it's not a good idea. You swim everywhere in the world. That's the cows. Those are cows over there. The blue one is Tapajós River. That's all. The other side you see the Amazon River. Amazon River is the newest river in the Amazon basin. The newest big river. Until today, the Amazon River is building its course in the forest.
Now at the mouth of the Mica River, heading up to the lake where we're going to be going fishing. I think their boat has seen better days. And no turtles on the log. There's the captain, the master of the vessel. Okay, and now we are jigging for fish. See what happens.
You did it? Pirapitinga, the former language.
Wow. So, Mrs. Dirt Road Traveler is still fishing away here. She appears to be teasing some fish that wants her bait. But Cindy, you seem intense. You're trying to catch a fish, okay. The other boat's catching lots of fish. Our boat has 3 fish. One guy has 2 fish of our 3 fish. And one last fish before we pull away. Oh. Proof that it's alive. So this is the best way to show you how we went fishing. The tour boat itself basically shored up, and the tour boats go nose into shore. They tie off and gave everyone jigs and bait, and we jigged with our beef bait. I lost about 7 or 8 baits with nibbles, but couldn't close the deal. Cindy was the same. We had 5 or 6 people end up catching piranhas, and we had 1 bonus catfish in the trip. So here's another boat that are now fishing alongside the shore. A lot of fun was had by, I'm sure, everyone on the tour. I've never seen anything like this before. An actual barge gas station right out in the Amazon. There's the Mariner from our tender tour boat. We're heading back. It's been a great day so far. Morning sunrise on the Amazon. So today we're switching gears a little bit on our Amazon adventure. Day 2, and we are in Boca da Valeria, which is a small indigenous community that is inhabited by just around 100 people. There's no tourism infrastructure. We're just gonna go in and visit the people of the community. So we're really looking forward to today. Anyways, hope you enjoy what we're doing here on this Dirt Road Traveler adventure. As the anchor sound, the sound of the anchor lowering is happening behind us, the first of today's tenders is actually being lowered from the side of the ship. And because we are heading just across the water to this small community, our tender times are being very quick today. So the village itself is built around a lot of volcanic rock. We saw some as the ship was coming into where we were dropping anchor, but it's just this whole area has volcanic rock all around. One thing that's happened as soon as we arrived here is the entire community did come out, and we've had quite a few folks walking with us as their self-imposed tour guides for us. So we'll see how that pans out. Anyways, we're going to continue on looking around Boca. So this is one of the homes in the community. It's quite an interesting layout. They have their chickens, and check out the baby ducks. These are freshly hatched. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to piss her off, but there's all their little kids. And here's some new construction in the community. And check out the grain in this wood. Rainforest lumber. You got him? Guinness. It's good for you. This is my friend, and she's been our tour guide here, and she's done a wonderful job. Obrigado.
Obrigado.
So one of the things that we decided we wanted to do is a way of trying to support everybody here, because there's so many people looking for a few dollars. We're taking a 30-minute boat ride up this little tributary river. So we're looking for, and out comes the motor. Here we go. And of course, one can't do a river cruise at 9 a.m. without a local beer in one's hand. Cheers. There is the master of our boat guiding us through this river. We have a guide up front and we have the driver at the back. And this is really cool. So being at our second port of 5 in what's going to be a total of 6 days of tours in Brazil's Amazon, we hope you're enjoying so far. We're having a blast, by the way. If you are enjoying this video and learning about some of the sights and scenes that you can experience while touring the Amazon, please think about giving us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, but what it does do is it lets YouTube know that we're doing decent things that people like to see. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video, and thanks again for watching this Dirt Road Traveler adventure. I also thought I should give you a tour of the tour boat. It's, well, not exactly what we would consider a high-end vessel in Canada, but, you know, it's serving its purpose. And as we're arriving back at our start point, there is the Region 7 Seas Mariner just over the other side of that river berm. And although it's not necessarily obvious to everyone, road systems are not good here in the Amazon region. So transport trucks, they're moved by barge and tugboat. Well, there it is, the sun's setting on a beautiful day, and tomorrow we pick up the video in Manaus. We'll be docking and heading ashore first thing in the morning, so get ready for some more fun video on this trip along the Amazon. And although it's not necessarily obvious to everyone, road systems are not good here in the Amazon region. So transport trucks, they're moved by barge and tugboat. Good morning from day 3 on the Amazon River, and we're heading into Manaus, but I thought we would share this great picture with you. This is the confluence of 2 rivers, the Amazon, and I will put in the description the river that we are meeting right now. But you'll see the 2 distinctly different watercolors as the 2 rivers meet here at this position. So get ready, we're heading into Manaus, and we're gonna have a great day to share with you. And this is Manaus, as we are now heading into the port. We'll be spending 2 days here, and we're excited to share what we've done during our 2 days in Manaus. Manaus. We're here on Christmas Eve, so it's super bustling for a Sunday, but it's a busy place. Street vendors everywhere. And we're on our way now to the Mercado. This market is beautiful, and we can't wait to explain more to you about it when we get there. And This is the Mercado. It is actually 140 years old and is built in a French style, built actually in Paris in the 1880s, and then was shipped over and assembled here. So let's head on in and see what we find. So here we are, and we're in the market. We stopped for coffee, and this really cool, it's tapioca, and it's here. It's like an omelet made of tapioca and ham. So really excited to try that. And then while we're here in the market, we're going for a geocache. So that's coming up next, and I'm gonna eat this now. And one of our things that we love doing is finding geocaches. Directly over Cindy's head is the geocache. Quick little update from our time in Manaus this morning. We had a fantastic time. When we got to the market, and we didn't want to videotape all of this because actually it was pretty poopy. We had a pigeon decide that it wanted to lose a little bit of weight, and it dropped right on my shoulder, and it was a big one. Anyways, so we go and we're going to try to get it cleaned off. We go to the men's bathroom, and of course, like most places outside of North America, you've got to pay to use the washroom. Well, when I showed the gal my shirt and why I wanted to use the washroom, she basically motioned to me to take my shirt off, which I did. And she washed it by hand and dried it by hand, and then got out cleaner and washed my back and my shoulders. All of that. And she was extremely grateful for the 4 reals, which is the equivalent of about $1 Canadian. So to that wonderful lady, thank you so much for letting us get through the rest of the morning without that on my shoulder. And so back on to all the rest of the things we did in the market. Walking through this market is a lot of fun. We're in the outdoor market now, and it's just wall-to-wall people here on a Sunday of Christmas Eve. And there's always time for a little street meat while we're out exploring. Okay, so we showed you a little bit of footage of us on the water. So we're supposed to be going on a jungle trek right now. And the way to get there was by this wonderful little boat. About a month ago, where we are right now, this lush, beautiful water was actually flat ground. The Amazons had less rain this year than any year in recorded history. And this was just growing vegetation until the rain came. Well, it turns out there is no path anymore for us to get to where we want to go. The ironic or interesting story is we've gone out right now, even though the morning tour is currently stuck in this grass about 700 or 800 meters from where we currently are, and have been stuck there for hours. So I'm hoping that we make the decision to abort the trip and just head back to the ship, because I'd rather not spend the night out here. But yeah, you never know what you're gonna get when you're in areas that aren't, well, you know, what we're used to at home. Anyways, here we go. Okay, so this is part 2. We're in a new boat, trying to get to the get-to point. Seems to be a bit of a struggle, but best efforts are being made.
Yeah, apart from the food, no fruits actually. And then we find termites. We look for the biggest termite to make a...
Okay, so after all of the challenges getting here, here we go. into the jungle.
Here, but in the way I show you, okay? And this liana from here, both is for different kind of disease in the forest. This is Carapanaúba. Carapanaúba.
Carapanaúba.
Yes, perfect.
Very good.
So after 5-10 minutes, the animals die in somewhere. Sorry. If the point, I know.
So he's gonna drop the trip
Okay,
line now.
he's doing again, please. Okay.
Holy crap. Okay, that's an amazing tool.
Of course, these are
Okay.
see, easy.
Wow.
It's easy.
This guy could be a hydro worker.
Tá bom aí. You see,
Tá bom, tá bom.
1 minute
sim.
he could be to the
Muito
top.
obrigada.
Well, this has been a great walk in the rainforest. Unlike our rainforest walk in Guadeloupe, we did not get rain here. In Guadeloupe, if you might recall our Guadeloupe video, we had pretty much non-stop rain for the entire walk. So this was great. We got some great learning, improvised shelters, field fires, improvised killing tools. I'm particularly a fan of that bow and arrow setup and can't wait to try to set one of those up at home. Alrighty, I think we're going back, or going to the end point, back in some sort of watercraft of some description, hopefully get back to the ship. Well, good morning on day 2 of our time here in Manaus, of our 6 days enjoying the sights and scenes of the Amazon River. Hey, speaking of sights and scenes of the Amazon River, this is the Grand Amazon Expedition cruise ship that's pulling in sort of beside us. We're not sure what their plan is. We know that river cruise ships do tend to port alongside each other and have walkways through, as you would have seen on our Nile River cruise that we were on December of 2022. Anyways, we're looking forward to our expedition today called, and this is the Manaus Opera House. The exterior of this opera house is all ballast blocks that were used when the ships came over to pick up the rubber to take back to Europe. So yesterday, when we were traveling along the river and we saw the Dark River and the Brown River, the confluence of those two rivers, well, this is San Sebastian Square, and this work of mosaics is intended to represent that. And this monument represents
it went up and down, wouldn't you?
the 4 different continents. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And by the way, as Linda just said, here, where we're standing here, it actually looks like a flowing river, but it is flat, folks.
Let it snow, finally let it snow.
which is our 4th port in 5 days here on the Amazon. Well, we're heading in on, as you can see right there, the tenders over to town, which is right there. And we are going to what's called the Buoy Bumba Show. From all indications of folks that know what we're going to see, we're going to have some amazing footage to share with you shortly. So sit back, enjoy our time here in Parintins, and watch the crazy awesomeness of this festival. And now we're heading over from the ship on one of the tenders, and it was a lot of fun. We watched some dolphins playing while we were sitting there and waiting to go. And yeah, next up is the Buoy Bumba Show. As we come ashore in Parintins, there's some great statues. There's a really pretty redhead. And look at the murals all along that area. And then, of course, every good tourist attraction has one of these. And more of these beautiful murals. And check out our Amazonian Neptune riding a catfish with some dolphins below. Pretty cool area here. Let's go and explore Parintins.
Ele fala, passa lá, a pergunta lá, a pira lá, para cá, a gente é tudo
just heard from the captain that this tender that is doing its absolute best to come back safely is the last tender returning. As you can hear by the lightning, it's not nice outside. We've been getting 50 knot wind gusts. So the folks on this tender, we really wish them the best coming back onto the ship. This is not a good experience for anyone. Cindy and I have experienced this once before in the Mediterranean, and it was less than a comfortable experience for us. So fortunately, this tender is the last returning to the ship, and we wish these folks coming back in the very best in this kind of very turbulent water.
Well, good morning. We are in Alter de Chao, and I apologize for probably butchering the pronunciation of that name. We're at anchor again today, and this is our 5th and final port stop, our 6th day on the Amazon. It's going to be a casual walk around town kind of beach day today. So we'll be sharing some footage with what we're up to, trying to get in a good long walk on the beach and explore some of the coolness of this little hidden gem on the Amazon. Enjoy the footage that's coming. And here we are on the beach of Alter de Chao. And there, out in the distance, is Mary.
We're gonna have a look around at this beautiful little spot, this haven in the Amazon, or as we were greeted, the Caribbean of the Amazon. Just up from the beach, the local merchants have set up little stands that we're gonna go shop through. But check out this artistically decorated old boat. And this is a very typical boat design of actually what we've been seeing along the Amazon. It's quite cool. And how about this photograph of this painting that's done just outside the municipal building? It's very impressive and beautiful detail as well. Well, our 6 days in the Amazon have been fantastic, and this island is very hippie and very hip, and it was a great way to end our time here. We're going back to the ship now, and we're going to take 3 days off while we have sea days before we hit the Caribbean for 5 more ports. So thanks for watching this episode of Dirt Road Traveler, and have a great rest of your day.